Imagine a king whose name once made kingdoms tremble. A ruler whose empire stretched across most of the Indian subcontinent. A man who painted history with the blood of his enemies, only to one day renounce violence entirely. Why would a powerful emperor give up conquest for compassion? This is the incredible story of Ashoka the Great, a tale of ambition, destruction, and ultimately, redemption. Ashoka Maurya was born into the mighty Mauryan Empire around 304 BCE, the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, the empire's legendary founder. But unlike tales of princes raised in comfort, Ashoka's early life was marked by struggle. He was a brilliant student and a fierce warrior, trained in politics, philosophy, and warfare. Yet he was not the heir apparent. In fact, he was often kept away from the royal spotlight. Some say his own father feared his growing popularity and ruthlessness. But fate had other plans. When his father Bindusara died, a brutal power struggle followed. Ashoka, with sharp political skill and military strength, emerged victorious, eliminating rivals, including his own brothers, to ascend the throne. And once he sat on it, there was no looking back. The young emperor swiftly proved his might, crushing rebellions and expanding the empire. He was known for his iron rule. His spies were everywhere. Dissent was crushed. His punishments were feared. And his appetite for conquest, insatiable. But one name would forever change Ashoka's destiny. Kalinga. The coastal kingdom of Kalinga was wealthy, independent, and proud. It had never bowed to the Mauryans. In 261 BCE, Ashoka launched a full-scale invasion. The Kalinga War was one of the bloodiest battles in Indian history. The terrain was unforgiving. The Kalinga army fought fiercely. But the Mauryan war machine was unmatched. When the dust settled, Kalinga lay in ruins. More than 100,000 people were slaughtered. Another 150,000 were deported. Villages burned. Families shattered. Even nature seemed to mourn. The rivers ran red. But then, something changed. As Ashoka walked through the battlefield after his victory, he didn't see glory. He saw death. Suffering. Children crying over the bodies of their parents. Elderly begging for water. Women clutching their wounded. And in that moment, the emperor's heart broke. What have I done? He wondered. Haunted by the screams of the innocent, Ashoka began to change. The man once called Ashoka the Cruel started a personal journey of reflection and transformation. He turned to Buddhism, not as a religion of rituals, but as a way of life. A path of compassion, nonviolence, and wisdom. Ashoka publicly renounced war. He declared that his true victory would be over the hearts of his people, not over land. He adopted the policy of Dhamma, a code of moral conduct based on respect, kindness, truthfulness, and justice. He stopped animal sacrifices. He ordered the planting of trees along highways, built wells and rest houses for travelers, and established free hospitals for both humans and animals, a revolutionary concept for the time. Ashoka's transformation wasn't just personal, it was political. He sent Buddhist missionaries across Asia, spreading not just faith, but peace. His own son Mahinda and daughter Sanghamitta carried Buddhism to Sri Lanka. His edicts, carved in stone across India and beyond, spoke of religious tolerance, ethical living, and social welfare. In a time when emperors sought immortality through monuments of power, Ashoka chose to be remembered through pillars of morality. Yet, Ashoka never forced Buddhism upon his people. He promoted dialogue among faiths, respecting Hinduism, Jainism, Ajivika, and other traditions of the time. He knew that an empire built on fear would collapse, but one guided by empathy could endure. Under Ashoka's rule, the Mauryan Empire reached its greatest territorial extent, but it was now held together not by force, but by the force of ideas. His legacy wasn't just an empire, it was a revolution in governance and humanity. He ruled for nearly 4 decades, but his most powerful achievement wasn't the size of his empire, it was the size of his heart. Today, the Ashoka Chakra spins at the heart of the Indian flag, symbolizing righteousness, movement, and change. The lion capital of Ashoka stands as India's national emblem, signifying courage, wisdom, and peace. thousands of years later, his message still echoes, "All men are my children." Ashoka's story is a reminder that true greatness lies not in conquest, but in transformation. That even the fiercest warrior can find peace. That power means nothing without compassion. What do you think of Ashoka's journey, from bloodshed to peace, from emperor to monk? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tales of Eternity for more powerful stories from India's past.